This
OPJ
conference will now be recorded.
OPJ saved, and OPJ opened by handle, and the next one should be second, third, fourth, OPJ browse, OPJ opened by handle. That's all. Okay, and this is the task. The next task is task number 6. Validations. Validations. So how many types of validation is there in Pega?
Actually, we didn't finish task 5, right? Yesterday.
What is it?
I thought we did not finish yesterday.
Okay, what is just for we already reviewing for the getting the details into the operator details. That's all. Or otherwise, if you are not providing incorrect operator, it will go for the jump to ladder step. That's all. This task.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's it. So OPJ open by handle what? Then how to provide the OPJ open by handle? That is we just apply the first function. That's all. Client side validations. Yeah. What type of validation is there in Pega? So we have client side validation and server side validations. So what is the client side validation? What is the server side validation? Okay, this is for that. Validation. There are two types of validations in Pega. We already discussed, right? One is for client side validation and another one is for server side validation. Let's I'm going to explain for one task about client side validations. So client side validation means what? What are the client side validations? Any idea?
I'm not sure. Validating users?
Yeah, correct. So validating before click on submit button, that is a client side validation. Okay. Validating before click on submit button, that is nothing but a client side validation. Validating the properties after click on the submit button, that is called server side validation. Okay. So what I'm going to do, so here I'm going to apply for how will we do a client side validations for the properties. So in client side validation, suppose you want to apply the client side validation data. So there is a rules validations. So validations are two types. Client side server side. Client side validations means suppose you want to apply any type of client side validations. So we have a rules edit input, edit validate, and edit input, and we have validate rule, and the declare constraints also you can use for validating the property. Declare constraint. And you can use the activity methods also. But in the server side, you can use for activity methods. So suppose you want to validating the property. So we can apply the after click on the submit, you can just like searching the data into the data table. Through activities, you can just activity method, you can apply the server side validations. That's all. So normally validating the property in the sense we can use for activity methods into the client side also, but mainly purpose of server side is authorization. Nothing but your details is there or not into the database. This is just for searching. First, we'll do this task. How will you apply this validation? So I'm just creating the properties, create the case type. I'm going to apply this task into the another case type. Inside the case type, so we need to create the properties. Then we're creating the properties into the framework class. Create the property wizard under framework class. Under framework class. In step 3 is create the case type, create the property wizard under framework class. So properties in the sense I'm taking the property as this example username and let's take first name and last name of the customer. So we have some properties in framework. If whenever is not properties, just add it. And another one should be email, mobile number. That's it. So let's create these properties under this framework. You can apply the validations about these properties. So let's come back to the application. Admin login, password is rows, and click on login. So now I'm going to create one case type for this task, client side and server side. So add the case type. Validations. Validation task. From submit. So let's come back to the App Explorer, refresh. So use your framework and build the properties into the framework. So, last one is the email ID. Mobile number is not. Those are three properties. Username.
I have a question here.
Okay,
So
good.
I was trying to create properties, and for
Mhm.
example, you create a username right now, right? And
Yes.
then I deleted it, and then I cannot create that again. Is that normal?
You can create it, right? No problem.
Yeah.
Suppose
Can you delete that? Yeah.
we deleted and again you are going to create it. Huh?
Yeah. Can you try to create that again?
Any error message you get it? Already existed one is showing up.
Yeah.
That's it.
I got a message saying that it's already existing.
Let's see. No, this I think we need to refresh. Refresh. Okay? We need to refresh.
Okay. Thank you.
Just on will change it later. So these are all the record properties. First username, email, phone number, so difference. This goes because the app expert. That's fine. So we added the properties. So we added the properties type and we added the properties into the folder. Let's go on designing the screen to the one class. Create a section. In step 4, all the properties in section, all the framework properties into the one class section. In section. In step 5, create the action, all the section interaction, and step 7, create a flow. All the actions. We forgot to add. We do one thing before create a section. Create validate rule. Create a validate rule. Validate rule is the process category. What is the purpose of validate rule? I will tell you. Suppose you want to create a validate rule application. This is the path. Create process validate. This is the path. So next step, then step 4 is all the that's fine. After validate rule, create the section. Step 4. So create the call the properties in section. Step 5. And create the flag action. That's fine. And call the section and you can just add and here call the section and validate rule. Call the section and validate rule in flag action. Where you can add the validate rule in flag action, I will take. This is called step 7. Then step 8 is this is create the flow. Then step 9 is all the flag action in flow. Step 10, save and run the flow. Save and run the flow. That's it. Yes. So case type is validation task. Just create a section. Create the validate rule for the in this class. Right click, create process validate rule. So the purpose of validate rule is you can just like there is a predefined functions for validating the properties. We do one thing, something text validate or client side client validate. Anyone client validate. Wait and open this. Here there is a validate tab. So first here we need to mention the property. So what is the first one? Username. So username. So username is equal to. So in the required condition, first we need to click on the add. So here you can select there is a functions into the in build an expression. So what are those? So let's type it expression. Yeah, expression evaluates true. Expression evaluates true is nothing but this is a function. First we need to select this function. Now we can just call the value property validation. So we can just give the this function coding here. So if you don't know the coding that part, you can just give the click on the build an expression here. So first we need to before writing the expression here, we need to select some. There is a function for validating the length. Suppose the length property length is a minimum 5 characters are required. That is actually going to validate. Okay. Just click on here fx length. Just place the cursor here. What will happen? Integer length string one string name, library name is string, description length of the string. This is the function we can use for validating the string. Just select it automatically. It will click on plus or so automatically length will come. What is the length? We'll just string name. Give the string name. What is string name? Username. Okay. So just to close the bracket, is user less than 5. Okay. Whenever customer is enter the string is less than 5, you need to display into the some error message to the customer. Please enter this property length minimum more than 5 characters. Okay, more than 5 characters, but you enter only 3 characters. That's it. So this is for the expression. Click on submit for this. This automatically at the rate of length username. This is one type of function. Suppose click on submit here. I want to add one more property. You can add the multiple properties, not only one property. Suppose what is the requirement? There is a first name and last name are also is there in the screen, right? First name, last name always not equal. Whenever the customer is entered first name, last name is equal, it is just displaying the error message. I think I forgot to mention the error message. We do one thing pass the error message first. Please enter valid string. Click on submit. Here give the validation of the next property. The first name and last name of the properties are both are not equal. The first name and last name both are not equal. Click on add. Select the function. First string equals to second string or first string relation second string. So these are all the functions actually. Equals, you can select equals to or relation also. First string equals to second string. This is a value, this is a string. That's the difference. First string relation second string. For the first string, first name. First name, whenever first name is equal to last name, then it will display the error message to the customer. What is that? So please check. So the first name and last name, first name and last name are not equal. First name and last name are not same. Better to not same. Not same. That's fine. So click on the submit it. This is a one type of validation. We have multiple, not only these two, we have multiple. I just applied for validate for these two properties. Okay. Click on the validate role where you can call this validate. Okay. It's fine. So let's save it now. Let's come back to the section. Right click, create the screen, right click, user interface. Screen is the user interface category. Screen is nothing but a section. Let's give the name of the section. Some client section. So select the layout format here. So if you want to include the property, you can take the test input. And call the properties here. So dot username. First name. Last name. Mobile number. This will give the format as a mobile number. So, but this is a validation only, but we will apply another validation also. So, what is another one? Email. Dot email property. So, this is submitted. Username, first name, last name, we already applied for validation by using validate tool. What about mobile number? Suppose let's open a mobile number property. In the property level also you can apply the validations. So go to advanced. In advanced tab there is a validations there. So come down. So valid phone number, right? So suppose I'm going to give the US phone format. So there is a US predefined validation rules is there. These are edit validate. Use validate is edit validate rule. These are all the predefined validation rules. You can just this is a predefined code inbuilt. So for validating the phone number, okay. So I can just click on this one property. This is one type of validation. So another one is go for the email ID. In the email property, suppose whenever the customer enters that email ID, @gmail.com standards compulsory is required, right? So in that use validate, there is a function, there is a predefined rule for edit valid rule, valid email address. Valid email address is also holding for some Java code. Now it only for differences between edit validate for validate rule. Edit validate rule is nothing but is holding the some Java coding to validate the property. But validate rule, it is validating the property for without writing any coding. That is for only difference. Just click on save. Edit validate and edit input both are having to the is holding to the Java coding, inbuilt Java coding. So to validating the property. So let's click on submit. So if this click on save, this is a section is done. What you done next? What you will go into next step? We call the properties in section. We applied the validation to the section. Create a flag. Right click, create process to action. Client flag action. Create and open. We call the section here and save. It's called the section and validate rule. Call the section and validate rule. Sorry. So validate rule also we can call the section in the flag action only. Open the flag action. Where you can call the validate rule. In the layout tab we can call the section. But if there validate tab, we can call the validate rule. There is a client validate and click on save. So this is a place to call the validation rule. Okay. That's fine. So let's go for flow. Right click, create process flow. Let's give the some client flow. Create and open. Call the fraction here. One submit. Then save. That's all. So this is task mainly intention is how to validate the property. In the next task, we will server side validations. We'll do applying the actions and we will write one activity here. Okay. So, but this task
Okay.
activity. So let's check for this. Click on run this flow. Suppose I enter a username as a 3. So when you click on submit only, the flag action is not executed. So Kumar and Kumar. So it will display error message. Flag actions will execute the flag action. So username, please enter valid string. Kumar, Kumar both are not equal. So let's say suppose I enter some more than 5 characters. Kumar David, Kumar, and mobile number is something we applied as a US phone number. Let's say I enter some number. It will display in the error message. What is the value is entered in match. It will display the here US phone number, right? This is US phone number format. First 3 characters are into the bracket. First 3 characters are into the bracket. That's fine. What is that? This is space here. After 3 integers, hyphen. Next to 4 digits. This is a yes one.
Okay.
Suppose email, suppose enter something else. I forgot to, customer is forgot to mention the @gmail.com. What will happen? It will display the enter email showing for enter email address. So this is a predefined error message. We did not assign any this error message for your side. Like this is a predefined error message display. Okay. So where is this message is there? Open the section into the email property. Open this property. Sorry. Yeah. Valid. So here, there is some Java coding, right? This email whenever this value null. So you train. So this to whenever this Java coding, this is the this Java coding executes the backend, it will display this error message. But we did not assign this error message in that. Suppose when the customer is forgot to the mention at the rate of gmail.com, automatically this error message comes. Suppose let's see if you enter at the rate of gmail.com. Suppose what happened? The error message automatically gone. So that means we can apply the validations in the multiple purpose, multiple ways also. Declare constants also we can apply the validations. There is different story. We can do the declare constant later. There is also rule used to apply the validations. Okay. So these are all the validations. If you click on the submit, you enter the right required values only. Click on the submit it here. Then it is accepted. Otherwise not accepted. Flags is not executed. In the audit note, you can just monitoring that all flags, which flags execute the backend and with status. Okay. This is for transfer. Is it clear? Robin, any doubts?
No doubts actually. I had some doubts about that buttons on that page. So that's created by Pega, right?
Buttons on the
Like
page.
cancel, save, and submit. If you run this flow.
Oh, okay, okay. By default. Okay, this one, right? Submit, cancel, save. That's one only.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, submit is by default. Suppose if you want to add, we can just drag and drop. We can just call the buttons. Actually, when you enter something, enter some data, you can click on save. That data will be saved where first? In clipboard only.
In the clipboard. Okay.
Clipboard only. So in the by default, whenever click on the save, so by default the data will be saved into the clipboard.
Clipboard.
So
Okay.
in
So here,
case
for
the
example, the email address and the phone number we entered is never saved in the database, right?
yes, if you mention the incorrect, okay, if you
Okay.
mention the incorrect, the data is the phone number is not saved into the database.
Okay.
Let's see user pages. There is a PO workspace for the data initially. What are the data you enter into the PO workspace? The data will be saved into the clipboard under PO workspace.
Okay.
Let's see inside the PO workspace. It's fine. So what will happen? Suppose I don't want to. I mean, by default, this is a viewer page by default. So what you done last class task 1, task 2, we created as a own page, right? You can set for data viewer page to some other page into the clipboard, either insert page or
Okay.
retrieve. So
Okay.
that is for
Okay.
different. So
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
the button. If you want to create cancel, save, and this is the button. So like come back to the section. Okay. So into the basic only there is a button right here, button. But is
Okay.
the Pega is automatically provided. Just click drag and drop the button.
Okay.
You can apply the action. Suppose if you want to give the headings. So button heading is submit. Suppose submit. Or we can give the button caption, either property reference or anything else. Okay. Your test means you can just click on the submit or property reference, give the any another one. So presentation, control formats, and actions. We need to create the action set of the buttons. Like what is it? Click, right? Click. When you click on the button, okay. So add an action, display refresh, or post value. We can apply like that. Post value, then we can apply the display refresh.
Okay. So since you added a button, what happens to the default buttons Pega already added? There will be 2 submit buttons now, right?
Yeah, these are all
Okay.
checkboxes, buttons, drop downs. These are
Okay.
a control. Okay. We'll see
Okay.
once like what is the label, what is the icon, okay, what is the formatted text. Coming
Yeah,
sessions we'll
my
discuss.
question was like, is there a way to disable that default button Pega is adding? Because I don't see it here. How do you disable it? Like, for example, I don't want that cancel on that form. Then can you do that? Yeah,
This
we
one,
don't want to see. Suppose we don't want to see the cancel button. How do we do that?
we don't want to cancel. Okay.
Yeah, can we make it disappear? Or
Okay, just enter something in data. Okay. Okay, let's if you click on the cancel. So what is this? Nothing but unsaved. Without saving data, if you want to cancel, just cancel. This is the backend action.
yeah, I understand that. Can we disable that button? Like, can we delete that button from this form?
Oh, how to delete this one, right?
Yeah, because we did not add it, right?
So here, if you just this is a predefined. Okay, you can't able to read. I would suppose click on live UI. Here, just to open this the rule into the Design Studio. I will show you. This is a private area. This is a predefined already. You can't able to
Okay.
delete it.
Okay. So
Something
we don't modify the
something
section we created.
exactly. Okay. This is a some
Okay. Okay.
predefined.
Okay.
That's what. So if you have any doubts, like you can just click, we just click on live UI. Okay, place the
Okay.
cursor just to place the cursor here. You can able to see that whole structure, predefined structure into the pattern. Okay, that is one simple. This is a predefined structure into the predefined section structure.
Okay.
So we should
Yeah.
know about
Okay.
it. What is the property? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
here,
Yeah. Okay. I think I got
any
it. Thanks.
doubts?
No. Let's move on. Thanks.
So actually, this feature, this submit something, cancel, save is there right here. This feature is added 7.1 onwards is added. Before 6, this feature is not there. I mean, in the 6 version,
Okay.
there is no
Okay.
cancel save on buttons. After
Okay.
7.1 onwards, automatically some predefined section is added here. This is a new feature 7.1 onwards. But in the 6 version, there is no but these buttons. Suppose if you want to create the screen, suppose if you want to submit this data into the data table, we only create the submit button actually. Then how will we do that? Is the same thing. You only create the submit button. I can just apply the actions of the submit button. That's all. Okay. But it's
Okay. Got it.
by default they are already coming latest version. So this is a task for the client side validation. Just move on to the server side. Okay. Server side we'll do tomorrow, Ronald. Actually, Robin, actually, I'm having some feeling well in getting a date. So we'll
Oh.
move on
Okay. Okay.
tomorrow,
Sure.
please.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. No
Uh,
problem. Thank you.
the power gone. There is no fan. I'm just feeling uncomfortable. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. No problem. No
So
problem. Take
we'll
care.
we'll see tomorrow. We will complete the
Okay.
server side of another
Yeah.
things. Okay.
Okay. No problem. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay. See you. Bye.